Nicky West Ham Fan TV, outside the Emirates, doing a little match preview today with my good friend Robbie. Rob, I'll shake your hand today because I'm not going to do it on Wednesday. Going into
After you lose.
Let's have a look at that. Going into the game on Wednesday, Rob, I mean, you got a good draw yesterday. We're obviously on a downward slide. Big game for both clubs, really.
Massive game for us. You know, we need 3 points. You know, even the game against City, it was you know, ordinarily you would have said, all right, you know, you're playing a top team, it's a good point, but the fans felt pretty deflated after that game because we needed 3 points in that as well. Now, that's the situation we're at now. We've been playing so poorly since Christmas that we're in a situation now, if we're going to get into that top 4, we've got to get 3 points. And we're looking on this game against West Ham and we're saying to ourselves, well, you know what, they're a bit down at the moment. We beat them 5-1 at West, I was going to say Upton Park, at the, what's it called?
London Stadium.
London Stadium. We beat them at 5, sorry.
The only club in London, mate.
At the London Stadium. But that was, you know, that's when we were playing really, really good.
Yeah.
You know, Alexis was on fire that night, the way we moved the ball around, everything was slick, quick passing. But since then, I mean, and the confidence of the team's been so low, and I don't want to get over, you know, we should beat you, but I don't want to get too, because I remember against Watford, going into that game, I was like, we smashed Watford at their place, this should be easy. We didn't turn up, and we got done. And I'm scared of Andy Carroll as well.
Yeah,
I'm scared of Carroll.
But West Ham, four defeats on the spin. The last thing we want is a trip to the Emirates.
Is it 4 defeats on the spin?
4 defeats on the spin, mate, yeah, with clubs, you know, down there with us, you know.
We've been practically the same, though.
Yeah,
We've had 4 defeats on the spin up until we were City.
There's a lot of similarities between, I mean, not in terms of results, but the disappointment of the season. I mean, we're very disappointed after last year. You're obviously going to be very disappointed, not up there challenging again. Can you see any way West Ham can come here and beat Arsenal on Wednesday?
Yeah, of course I can. You know what I mean? I've seen this season us play against teams, like I said, the prime one was Watford here, when everybody thought it'd be an easy game. Watford they came with a game plan, but not only that, they came out of the blocks and they really went at us. They attacked us, they went 2-0 up. All right, their goals were a bit fortunate, but then after that, they just locked it down and we couldn't break them down. And I think, you know, for West Ham to beat us, they've got to do a similar thing. They've got to come right at us. You guys are going to have to be brave. I mean, maybe the fact that you've lost 4 on the bounce, that might knock your confidence a bit and you might be a bit nervous about exposing yourself too much at the back.
It could be one of them situations where they think, well, it's Arsenal. No one's expecting us to do anything.
Yeah, and there's that as well. So, but I do fear, the person I fear is Andy Carroll. I remember last year, I was at Upton Park when he was just like, in the air, we couldn't handle him. And not only then, I've seen him on other occasions, even when he played for Newcastle. I remember him coming here, and when he's on it, and the balls are being, you know, he's unplayable. That's why I'm kind of glad you haven't got Payet, because his delivery into Carroll would have been, you know. So I think what we got to do, if I was coaching Arsenal leading up to that game, I'd be saying, listen, you've got to stop the crosses from coming into Andy Carroll. I mean, because if the ball's at his feet, he's not as, you know, we've got the defenders to deal with that. But in the air, I'm worried.
Yeah.
Koscielny could be out as well. So yeah, I'm very worried.
Let's have a little prediction. What do you predict on Wednesday?
I think we'll win. I do think we'll win. Mainly because I think your confidence is low. You'll have nothing to lose. You know, when I think about it, that nothing to lose sort of thing does worry me as well. And we got a crowd here at the moment that are divided. Some are Wenger in, Wenger out.
I was just about to say that. Do you think that affects the team at any point? Like,
I think so. I think it does. I think there's a nervousness around the place with the players. You know, they haven't been playing well, and the fans do get on them very quickly. So if we was to get off to a bad start in a game that everyone's expecting us to win, you know, I mean, we got off to a bad start against City, but I think because people knew we were playing such a quality team, they were like, okay, they were still sort of behind the team. But I think against West Ham, you know, no disrespect, because of, you know, the season you guys are having, everyone's coming expecting Arsenal to get 3 points. So if we get off to a bad start, the fans
your own worst enemy.
Fans will get on their back, and these players, as soon as the fans get on their backs, their heads drop. There's no real leaders in the team, so that could be a problem. But if we went a goal up on the other end, or if Alexis turns up to that game, I could see us winning. I do think we win. I'm going to go for 2-1 to Arsenal.
Okay. I'm fearing the worst. We can't come here and expect to go toe to toe with Arsenal. It's never going to work. Our football this season has been diabolical. We can't pass the ball 5 yards. We've got to really roll our sleeves up if we're going to get anything.
Bilic out, you reckon? They're giving him the vote of confidence, haven't they? But then Ranieri had that as well. I was thinking to myself.
Yeah, it's one of them things. I mean, I'm neither here nor there at the minute. If he goes, I wouldn't be too disappointed. If he stays, I think he's been badly let down, Rob, by the board.
Yeah.
I think he's been badly let down by the signings. I mean, some of them may have been his, but I don't believe that they're all his.
Do you know what, right? As an Arsenal fan, you know, from the outside looking in, I think you should try and keep hold of Bilic. I think, because he was excellent last season. And yeah, the signings which don't look like they were made by him. And so, I don't know, sacking managers too. This guy, he's lasted ages, but you should maybe not as long as that. But sometimes you've got to stick with the manager through a little rough patch as well. So I hope they do stick with him.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to go for a score prediction. My head says 2-2. My heart says 2-2, sorry. My head says we're going to suffer a defeat here. But we've really got to start looking forward from Swansea. If we get anything here, it's a bonus on Wednesday. So,
listen,
you know,
go with your head, mate. Yeah.
All right, 2-2 then. Let's go 2-2. Thanks very much for watching us here on West Ham Fan TV. Don't forget to go and subscribe, and do the same for Robbie as well. He's got loads of great content on his channel. So give Arsenal Fan TV a little subscribe. Come on, you ones.